Why is Lord Shiva called the destroyer? Beautiful. Okay, so in our creation, 3 things happen. 1, birth, right? We're all born. And then we have what we call sustenance, means sustaining, keeping alive. That's why we eat food, we drink water, we go to sleep, to stay healthy and alive. And then at the end, we die. But when we die, then we eventually are reborn. We have another creation, and it's a cycle. Have you ever seen a tree where the leaves become brown and yellow sometimes, like in October, November time? Have you ever seen that anywhere?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
You saw that someplace? Okay. So there's a lot of trees in the world where the leaves are green in the springtime and the summer. And then around October, November time, those leaves become brown and red and dry. They fall down. They die. They come onto the ground. And then all of that leaf that falls on the ground actually becomes this great food for all of the flowers and the new trees that grow in the springtime. So it's a cycle. Birth, staying healthy and alive, and then dying. But when we die, whether it's a human body, whether it's a leaf, it goes back into the creation. Okay? So those are the 3 things. When we say God, G-O-D. G means generator, the one who creates. O means operator, the one who sustains, who keeps things going. And then D is for the destroying. G-O-D. Now in our tradition, we say the generator, the creator, we call him Brahma. Have you heard of Brahma? Okay, so Brahma, can you say Brahma?
Brahma. Brahma.
Okay, so Brahma is the creator. And have you heard of Vishnu? Well, you've heard of Krishna. So Krishna is an incarnation of Vishnu. Can you say Vishnu?
Vishnu. Vishnu.
Okay, so Vishnu is the sustainer. And from Vishnu, we have so many avatars, so many incarnations, like Krishna, like Ram. And then we have Shiva. And Shiva is the one who destroys. But Shiva is not mean. Shiva is divine. Shiva is wonderful. Shiva removes things so that we can have a new birth. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been sunburned?
No.
You never got sunburned? Lucky you. Okay, so I've been sunburned before. You know what happens when you get sunburned? Should I tell you? So your skin becomes all red like a tomato, and then it falls off. Yeah, doesn't hurt though. Doesn't hurt. Just one tiny, tiny little layer on the top falls off. The stuff that was like a tomato red. And then underneath it, you have this beautiful new layer of skin. Okay? Now, Shiva is that which, if I have burned myself, became like a tomato, and this top layer of skin is hurting and burned and has lost its juice, its life. Shiva is the energy that removes that so that underneath it is a beautiful new layer of healthy skin. So Shiva removes that which is old I'll ask you another question. Have you ever tried to put on a pair of pants or shoes and you find that they don't fit anymore? I bet that's happened because you're growing. Huh? So have you ever tried to put on your old shoes but your feet are too big? That must have happened. Right? Now what happens if you try to wear your old shoes?
They won't fit, but if you keep on trying, they'll break open.
Exactly. The shoes will break open. Exactly. Exactly. Now, when the shoes break open, what does that mean?
That means we have to get new pairs.
Exactly. 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 So Shiva is that energy that breaks through the old shoe so that you know, now I need a new pair. And now who's the creator? Who's the generator?
Lord Shiva.
No, Shiva's the one who causes it to break when you're already too big for it. Who's going to give you the new pair? Brahma.
Brahma.
Remember, Brahma is the creator. So when you've made the shoes are too small, they're old, they don't fit, they hurt, they're not healthy, they need to be removed so that you can have a new pair that fits, that's good, that's healthy. So Shiva is the one who removes from us things that are keeping us stuck. Now sometimes it's your shoe. Sometimes it's your anger. Now you don't ever get angry, you told me that. Do you ever get angry?
A bit.
Okay.
A bit.
Okay, good, good. So, when you get angry, how do you feel inside? Does it feel good inside or not so good inside?
A bit good.
Okay, tell me. How does it feel when you're angry? See, when I'm angry, it doesn't feel good at all.
A bit
But-
good.
It feels a bit good. Okay, a bit good, and does it also feel not so good?
Yes.
Which is more?
Not so good.
Not so good. Do you ever feel jealous sometimes?
Yes.
Does that feel good or not so good?
Not so good.
Not so good. What about you?
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good. So we have a lot of different emotions and things in our minds that don't feel so good. And they're not so good for us. Whether it's our anger, whether it's our jealousy, whether it's all the ways that we are stuck in our minds. You're very young, you are not stuck in your minds yet so much, thankfully. But the rest of us, look around, we are all so stuck in our minds. And Shiva comes in and removes that stuckness and sets us free. If you talk to older people sometimes, if they're very honest with you, a lot of times they'll tell you that in their mind they feel like they're almost in a jail in their own minds. They're upset, they're angry, they're jealous, they're frustrated, and it feels like they are stuck. And Shiva is the one who frees us from that, who removes, destroys the stuff that is not healthy and good for us. The ignorance, removes that so that we can actually see the truth and the light and love and goodness. So Shiva does not destroy that which is good. Nothing to worry about. Shiva only destroys that which is not so good. So that then we can have a new creation of that which is really good. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. Wonderful.